In this video, I will introduce an example to design a website. So let's run this code. So this is the example. Actually, this is a real website, DOC. So if we type, let's say we can go to the real website. So this is a real website. So in our example, we just make a simple one. We have the logo, we have the menu, we have this area, and we have a sidebar. So how can we design this kind of website? That's the focus of this video. So look at this web page. First, remember we learn the structure. So on the top, we have this will be a header, and we have logo include a menu, and this will be a section, and this will be another section. Means in the structure of this web page, we have a header, we have two major sections, we have a footer, and inside this section we have articles. For article we have a header, then we have a content here and here. So something important about how we align those images. So actually in this section we use table. So this actually is a row of table. In one row we have two cells. One cell will have an image, another cell will have an article. Again, like this is the image, this is article. The article is the structure. So by use table, we organize and align images like this way. So that will be a good idea. So let's take a look at the code. So I don't write type by type. The code of this code is posted on D2L, and that is a text code. You need to save it in Notepad++ as HTML. So let's look at the code. First, we have a body, no problem. Then we have a header section. The header, what's the header? So header just this part. So that's header. Then in header section we have H1 is a heading. That's the logo. So you can see the L, the color, the L have different color. So in our coding, we use span. In the span, we can assign different color. Span, you can say we have span. We assign the color because this is the ID. So double click it. We have span 1. So we assign different color. This is the color. So that's heading. Then we use a division. Why do we need to use division? Because look at this web page. So because we need the background color, the green color, so we use division as menu. So we change the menu here. The menu will control the height, the background color, and the text color. So that's why we use division. And then we have a menu. So we assign an ID to the menu because we want to change, like say for the menu, we need to control the size. We also want to flow it. So this is a menu. This is specific. Why? Look at here, because that item we use the blank background. So that's why we set a value here. We set ID here because we want to control the background, like a background color as blank. So that's the head section. Then we have two sections, section 1 and section 2. So section 1, section 2 here. So the everything on this part from here to here is section 1, and section 2 from here to here, section 2. And after that we have a folder. Folder we have the copyright. Folder you can see we have a folder and here. So that's the basic structure. Then once we handle the structure, we need to put the specific content inside the section. So let's look at what we need in section 1. So in section 1, we put an ID because we need to control the width of the section. So this from here to here is section 1. And in section 1, we have a header. We use that for the purpose because we need something like this. So we have a header. Then we type some content. We have an ID because we want to change the color. The top, you can say in the top, we change the background color. Then we have a table. Again, why do we need to use table? Because we want to align. So here you can say we have an image. We have this totally is the article. So in this table we have 1, 2, 3 rows, and in each row we have 2 cells. One cell is for image, another cell is for the article. So let's look at the code. So table, this is the first row, this is second row, this is third row. For rows are the same, so we'll only look at the first row. So in the first row, first the TD. TD means the first cell. So for the TD, we just have an image. So let's look at the web page. So this is the first cell, is the TD. We use as an image. In the code, we also assign an ID because we want to control the size of the image. And the second cell, another TD, that is an article. Inside the article, we have a header. So we use this. Why we use span again? Because we want to control the different color. Look at the here. So this everything here, from here to here, is the article. Article will have a header. This is a header, and then we use the span because we want to control the color as blue. So you can say we have a header. We have a division. So division is this part. This part, everything here is a division. So then for the span, we just control. So because we want to control the color as blue. So you can say here we have span, the color is blue. So other thing, we just control the header margin. We put some margin, put some ending, just make sure it looks well. We also, you can say we put some margin. We also need a fluid. That is what we learned in last class. We put some border. We control width. So that's the example how we can use what we learned to design a professional website. So we have again header. We have section 1, section 2. We have folder. In section 1, we have header again. We have table. Inside table, we have 3 rows. Inside the row, we have 2 cells. One cell is for image, another cell is for article. Inside the article, we have a header. We have a division. So that is about this example. You can download the code here. The code is text. So just look like this. So you need to copy the code and save the code into Notepad++ as HTML. Then you can run the code. That is the first example.